Ukrainian defenders shot down one more Russian Su-25 in Pokrovsk direction. It was trying to shell the positions of Ukrainian defense forces. This is the second Russian Su-25 aircraft shot down by warriors from separate mechanized brigade named after Corporal General Mark Bezrushko.
– 2024 року. Позиція. Ракета пішла за ціллю. Горить. Я бачу, що літак горить. Єсть, підбили. Давай, уходимо.
Destruction of a Russian air defense system, Buk, by an M142 HIMARS strike in the Zaporizhzhia region, leading to a large explosion. Blogger Romanov is dissatisfied with the Russian analog of Starlink. He says that the internet is constantly losing connection.
Короче, встретил вот на позициях тут у пацанов MR-Link называется вот эта штука. Ну, типа аналог Starlink. Только интернет, блядь, говно, блядь, постоянно отваливается.
The Russians are having another meltdown. The State Duma Committee on Defense has banned the carrying of gadgets in the SMO zone. This will be considered a gross disciplinary act. Obviously, they are trying to hide leaks about losses and war crimes, but the reaction of the military was not long in coming. They call legislators worthless idiots as smartphones replace the non-existent closed connection. Reactions are coming from everywhere. Here's just one. It turns out that there were problems for 2.5 years in the SMO because the military personnel in the SMO zone were wearing gadgets. Now it's time to flourish. We'll go to Lvov as soon as the personnel get out of TikTok and finally start fighting. I wonder if this endless stupidity of people in power will ever end. Do such people even understand that with their impenetrable stupidity, they are discrediting the army, the government, the state, and the president personally? Look, the telephone is a means of adjusting fire, coordinating between neighbors, directing reconnaissance, Mavic operators, mapping minefields. The same Mavics are controlled through the phone. Yes, just a modern fighter, thanks to the telephone, can every day, as the combat situation allows, call his family, receive photo and video news from them from home, smile at the news, and take a break from the severity of everyday combat. Just look at cats on the internet. Reboot your psyche. The Telegram hosts chats for combat work and transfers unclassified documents for the functioning of the unit. Yes, the same money is transferred with which guys from their salaries buy a huge list for their department every month. From Europe will freeze to Russians might freeze. Russian MP Gurulev advised Russians to stock up on firewood for winter, including those who live in residential buildings.
В двух словах, что вы передадите вот отсюда, с Титовской сопки, с видом на прекрасный город, прекрасное озеро, жителям проблемных наших городов, поселков? Чего им ждать в наступающем сезоне отопительном?
Я, конечно, с одной стороны оптимист, но как человек военный рассматриваю наихудший вариант. Потому что, поэтому все-таки я хотел бы, чтобы следующий отопительный сезон, ну, хоть как-то бы вывезли, потому что уже время готовится. Осталось, по сути, ну, 1,5 месяца, правда?
Да.
Все на этом. Но запас что? Не тянет, правда, да? Поэтому наличие печки с трубой и наличие дров и угля, в том числе в многоквартирных домах, никогда лишним на данном этапе не будет. Но то, что по факту, как есть, честно говоря.
Vide of the Ukrainian Wild Hornet's Queen Hornet FPV, which they say is the largest Ukrainian FPV. It can carry a 6 kilograms payload up to 17 kilometers, and 65% of its components are Ukrainian. It can be used in a variety of mission sets, including bomber, kamikaze, remote mining, resupply as a retransmitter, or to carry kamikaze FPVs. The Russian central bank, at its meeting on July 26th, will most likely increase the interest rate from 16 to 18%, according to analysts of large Russian banks and investment companies. A broad step is needed due to the large deviation of inflation from the forecast of the Bank of Russia, the increase in inflation expectations of the population, and the continuing growth of lending. According to the central bank's calculations, current seasonally adjusted inflation in Russia was 10.7% in May and 9.3% in June, and annual inflation in June increased to 8.6%. This is significantly higher than the central bank's inflation target of 4%. July 23, 2024, Moscow breaks records. The one-time payment for signing a death contract with the Russian Ministry of Defense for 1 year or more is now 1,900,000 rubles, which is 200,000 higher than the previous record. This is roughly a $22,000 one-off payment, in addition to monthly payments. It seems that Putin is running out of cannon fodder.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.